I'm Chris Lawrence with your headlines from North Texas. The FBI is working with police to find the suspect who shot an armored truck worker who was filling up an ATM. It happened at a Chase Bank in Balch Springs. As Kevin Reese reports, part of a troubling trend targeting people at banks.
The Loomis vehicle was still parked at the Chase Bank drive-up window. The ATM machine still propped open, bags and other evidence scattered on the ground.
As officers arrived, they found a male who had been shot.
Police say the driver of the Loomis vehicle, shot by the suspect as he worked at the bank drive-up lanes at 8:38 Wednesday morning, was rushed to a hospital in critical condition.
Unfortunately, yet again, we are here at a scene of a violent act. It's all too familiar that we see in Dallas and the surrounding areas of this kind of incident.
Police and the FBI say the suspect shot the Loomis driver and escaped on foot with at least one money bag, running south along a fence line into a neighborhood behind the bank. We watched as the Dallas Canine Unit canvassed the neighborhood multiple times with at least 2 different dogs. But after a lengthy search that also included police drones and a helicopter, they ended their search. Just last year, a multi-agency task force in North Texas went after suspects in jugging cases like this, where customers or a driver like this is targeted going to or from a bank, and the FBI admits it is a growing problem. And late this afternoon, the FBI returned to the fence line behind the bank and a convenience store to search for additional evidence with the help of another search dog, but have not announced if they found anything more. And at this initial stage of the investigation, the FBI has not given a suspect description other than a suspect dressed in a black hoodie and black pants, wearing a mask and gloves.
If anybody has any information about the individual that committed this horrific incident, please let us know.
They ask you to call the FBI or the Balch Springs Police Department if you have any information that can help. In Balch Springs, I'm Kevin Reese.
We've been reporting on immigration enforcement operations taking place nationwide. Jobin Puneker spent the day with a woman from Collin County fighting to keep her husband from being deported to a country where he doesn't feel safe.
This is a painful walk back for Heather Alambario,
I just want to walk out of here, and I want him to walk out with me.
whose husband is in immigration detention here at Prairieland in Alvarado.
For the first time in 2 weeks in person. Behind, plexiglass and tables.
She took the day off from teaching. Her 2-hour drive from McKinney started at 6 this morning, all for a 1-hour visit.
It feels like not just a physical drive, but such an emotional drive.
That started long before she got into the car. Rafael was born in Venezuela, defected, and sought asylum in the U.S. Heather and Rafael married in June of last year. She had filed for a green card, a path to citizenship for Rafael. When the administration paused processing those applications, it put a pause on all their plans.
We went from elation and relief and so much hope to just this kind of crushing blow.
They dreaded the immigration check-in at the offices in Dallas. It was January 15th, the day he was detained.
And it's like one of those moments, like, there are things you don't want to wait in line for, but then there are moments in life where you'd like to be in a stack of a line, kind of, like waiting.
He's been at Prairieland ever since. Heather brought muffins for the staff at the facility, brought card games for Rafael.
They let me wear the headband. The muffins, no.
She also has tons of messages and prayers she wanted to deliver from their families. She was denied.
There are so many absurdities about this process.
Heather tells us he has no criminal history. We received this statement from ICE. Dallas officers arrested Jose Rafael Cardenas Alambario, an illegal alien from Venezuela, January 15th. Cardenas illegally entered the U.S. August 2023 under the Biden administration, which allowed millions of unvetted illegal aliens to enter the country. He is expected to remain in ICE custody pending the outcome of his immigration proceedings.
The look on his face when the idea of going back to Venezuela comes up is, I know he's terrified.
This was right before she left Prairieland. For Heather, returning home without him is also terrifying.
There are a lot of scared adults right now, but there are a lot of terrified children. I don't want to be known for this. We're walking through tragedy, but I have to help my husband.
She'll continue to make these visits, as difficult as they are. In Alvarado, I'm Jobin Puneker.
Americans of a certain age have fond memories of growing up with girls and their jump ropes. Brittany Moncrief shows us how the 40-plus Double Dutch Club is making sure that skill isn't forgotten.
Back in the day, you didn't think twice. Because fun was something you just did.
It's a time where you're just carefree. That was me.
For Pamela Robinson,
I grew up in Bellwood, Illinois, the suburb just outside of Chicago.
this is nostalgic.
I gotta build up to that.
Gypsy. Double Dutch. We played hopscotch, we hula hoop, we did pogo stick, we played jacks, but Double Dutch was my favorite.
And when life got twisted and tangled,
in 2016, I was going through a very difficult period.
Pamela relied on muscle memory.
Mama's in the kitchen burning that rice.
My marriage was coming to an end. My kids were older, and I needed to find something for me.
So she posed an idea.
You know what I want to do? I want to start jumping rope again, like we did back in the day.
To her friend Katrina.
I said, of course, because it didn't matter what she asked me to do. I was going to do it in a heartbeat. She's working in the treetops all day long.
Together, forming a Double Dutch club.
We can teach anybody how to jump on the spot. If you can move, you can jump, and we can teach you.
And like most clubs, there are rules.
No men, no kids, no pets, no stress.
And the number one rule that no one hides, your age.
Absolutely, we're proud of that. We're proud of that.
You have to be at least 40 years old, hence the club's name, the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club.
We want people to know that aging is a blessing, not a burden.
Get it, girl.
Taking it back to the old school. The club, now more than 1,000 members strong, stretches across the U.S. and even overseas. Sharon Atkins, proudly rocking 60, runs the Cedar Hill Sub Club and is the Texas delegate.
It's just been milestone after milestone, just through this fellowship with the ladies and coming here and seeing them grow too.
Growing physically and mentally.
It's that sisterhood, it's that connection, to know that we're making an impact. Because it takes some courage sometimes to come out.
I haven't done Double Dutch since I was a kid.
I haven't done it forever.
Yeah.
Especially here at the Grand Prairie Sub Club meetup. Where we find first-timers Marilyn Williams, who's
72.
and Edna Shelley,
73.
It was just inspirational to see all of us every age. I mean, 40s, 70s, 60, and so, yeah, I'm 73, and I felt, hey, why not?
What's the issue? My feet?
It's a lot of fun, and it's great exercise, and physical fitness takes you a long ways. As women over 40, we spend so much time taking care of our husbands, our kids, our grandkids, our parents, that we don't take time to take care of ourselves. And so this is an opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, right. Good for you.
For us to do something for ourselves.
a break from adulting,
Oops.
where the freedom creates the bond.
Well,
There are so many women who came for the Double Dutch but stayed for the sisterhood.
from the suburbs to the city, jumping all through the land with my Double Dutch team.
In Dallas County, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
Boy, those ladies are truly an inspiration. And those are your headlines from North Texas.